it is easy for everybody. It is not a complicated one. It is a simple fact. So we have for 3 days we are seen on very part, on every aspect we have covered. The first day we have seen what is enlightenment. The second day what we have to do psychologically and what do we have to do physically, part 1. And the next day internal and external, part 2. So this is the 4th day and this is the confirmation. You have to confirm that you have enlightened. You should not doubt about yourself. Previously we have seen how Buddha has enlightened, how Ramana Maharishi got enlightened. Buddha, as an ordinary person, he is interested upon enlightenment, or he wants some freedom from some sorrow and suffering. In the name of freedom from sorrow and suffering, he entered into the spiritual world, where he is seeking the way of enlightenment. He has gone through many kind of austerities, and he was guided by 2 masters, and he had done many practices and he got many experiences. And after fed up with more experiences, he don't want any further experience. At one certain point, he has got confused what to proceed further. He do not know, he is not interested upon any kind of experience, such kind of experiences. The experiences come and go. The catching hold of experience forever, he is not interested to chase the experience. So one day he sat under a tree, how to proceed further, without any knowledge how to proceed further. He himself kept quiet, doing nothing, because he has done many things. By doing something, he got some experience. But he is fed up with the experience. He don't want to experience more and more. It is just like a chasing game before, after experience. He don't want to play the chasing game over and over, again and again. So when he sits silently, doing nothing, then only he find out the real functioning of his own mind. When he is searching for something, he constructs his own mind to get something. Now he don't want anything. When he don't want anything, the mind functions automatically, freely, naturally. So then only he find out the natural functioning of his own mind. And he got, it is a liberated mind, or it is the nirvana mind. He gave the name nirvana because he has not constructed his own mind in a good way. He accepts his own mind in an actual way, in a natural way. And then he know how simple it is, and thereby he begins to teach other people, and those who are interested upon his teachings gathered around him, and the other person, those who are around him also got the enlightenment from the Buddha himself. So that is the way Buddha find the enlightenment. But in the case of Ramana Maharishi, he has not any practice. He was a student at that time of the getting enlightenment. He was studying in a school, living at Madurai in a relative house. It is not living in his own house, on a relative house. One day he got a fear of death. If anybody who is having the fear of death, naturally will have the intention to get away from the fear of death. But surprisingly, he get a different turn. Let it be. Because maybe some ill treatment in his house, maybe. But he has not said anything about that. In a polite way, he has not said anything. He did not accuse any of them. But maybe there, some ill treatment may be there. So he is ready to face the death itself. So suddenly he got the fear of death, and he wholeheartedly accepted the fear of death, and he lay down up in the ground as if receiving the death itself. So actually there is no physical problem. Only the psychologically he has the fear of death. It is only a psychological aspect, not a physical matter. He is not having any ill feeling in his body. So when he has the fear of death, he accepts it wholeheartedly. That means he accepts the function of his own mind wholeheartedly. When he is in such a way, accepting his own mind wholeheartedly, his mind functions and rolls freely. It moves freely. Then only he understands the free flow of his own mind. And he understands a different personality of himself. Actually, it is own mind. He understands the natural function of his own mind. But he understands the different personality of his own mind, because he has no spiritual knowledge. He has not studied well in a spiritual literature or anything. He has no background of spirituality. As a layman of a student, as a school student, he knows anything about the spiritual world. He is simply the understanding of his own mind. But he comes to a conclusion that I find a different personality of himself. So in such a way, he got enlightenment. Actually, the liberation, it is not an enlightenment, this is only liberation. Even Buddha, Ramana, everybody has liberation, not enlightenment. But here, the liberated is the actual state, enlightenment is only intellectual understanding. So in this way, here you might have known the name of J.Krishnamurti. He was expected as a world teacher then. When he was a boy, he was adopted by Dr. Annie Besant, and Annie Besant adopted Krishnamurti and his own brother, Nidya, because they predicted afterwards in future he will become the world teacher. So they are giving some special training to Krishnamurti. And he has also practiced many things in a spiritual order, and he got many spiritual experiences. He have the capacity go to the samadhi state itself. He developed some occult power also, thereby he can heal some disease of other person also. In such a way he developed himself. But he has not got enlightened. But he practiced in such a way, and the years are going on. But he has not got enlightenment. So everybody is expecting enlightenment from him, and he expects the arrival of the world teacher from him. But at the same time, at that period, there was a World Conference of Theosophical Society at Chennai. So everybody are trying to go to attend the Chennai conference, and they also asked J. Krishnamurti to come along with them. But at that time, Krishnamurti's own brother Nidya got some illness and was in bed for treatment. So Krishnamurti is helping at his bed. And Krishnamurti told, you all go to the conference. I have to have some work along with my brother. He has some illness, so I have to take care of him. So they have some convention to get some prediction from some other deity or anything. So they say they got some prediction. What will happen to the brother of J. Krishnamurti? So the deity or the forecast, the forecast to say, nothing will happen to the brother of J. Krishnamurti. You can take Krishnamurti along with you. In future, Krishnamurti will become the world teacher. After he become world teacher, he will have 12 disciples. Upon his 12 disciples, his own brother Nidya will be the prime disciple. He will be the top disciple of J. Krishnamurti. Nothing will happen to him. You can take Krishnamurti along with you. There will be no problem. In such a way, the forecast say like this. The foretelling say like this. So they start journey in the ship, and everybody is going towards Chennai, and the ship was in the middle of the sea. At that time, one telegram came from England that J. Krishnamurti's brother Nidya is very serious. They do not understand what to do. They whether have to rely upon the foretelling of the foretell or upon the telegram. They do not know what to do. So when they are in hesitation, the second telegram came. And in the telegram, it is told that J. Krishnamurti's brother expired. So at that time, J. Krishnamurti had collapsed. He do not know what to do. He kept himself in a room closed. He sat in the room in a sorrowful state. But he has the capacity during this meditation practice. He can even go to the samadhi state and forget the entire world. He can very easily go to the samadhi state, but he is not ready to go into the samadhi state. He keep himself in the room with having the sorrow of his own brother, death of his own brother. So here he does not want any consolation for his own mind. So when he wholeheartedly accepts the sorrow of death of his own brother, so whenever you accept your mind wholeheartedly, the mind will flow naturally. So the natural flow happens to him, J. Krishnamurti also. So at that moment alone, he understands the free flow of his own mind. And he understands the liberated condition of the mind, the liberated function of his own mind. So he afterwards he declared, what I want to know, I find out what I want to know. And afterwards his teaching was different. He is not doing any practice, he is not advising any practice. He taught only freedom alone, how to be free without any impediment. So that is the case of J.Krishnamurti. But you may know the Aurobindo Ashram is at Pondicherry. Aurobindo, you may know something about Aurobindo, but I do not know anything about him. By chance, I have some article about him. I do not know how it came to me, I don't know. But accidentally I got some article, how he got enlightenment. I gone through this article. In that article, he revealed how he got enlightenment. He was interested upon the spiritual world, and he got training from a master, and the master gave him many training, and he also sincerely practiced all trainings, and he had got also many kind of experiences, many kind of spiritual experiences. And one day you find he fed up with all experiences. I don't want any experience more and more. Simply chasing experience again and again is a waste of energy, waste of time. You feel like that. And he simply give up all practices, all meditational practices. And he go along with his own duty without doing anything related to the spiritual activities. For after 1 year, he got some change within himself. He do not know why this change has happened to him. He do not know, because he has not done any practice. For 1 year, he has abandoned all his practices. Without his knowledge, something has happened to him, because he himself did not know did not do anything related to anything. He simply do his natural duties of him, natural duties for him. But sudden change has happened after 1 year. He thought his master, maybe by his occult power or anything, he may bless him with the special change. He doubt like this. The reason for this change, his master may be the reason. He might have blessed with the change. So he go to his master again after 1 year and told him, some change has happened to me. I have given up all practices for 1 year. I did not do any practices. I did not continue my practices. But even then, I have some change after 1 year. I don't know why it is happened like this. I think you are the reason for the change. You might have blessed me with the change. I think I like this. Have you did anything for me through your blessings? He asked him. And the master inquired, what has happened to you? And he tell all his experience, all his change, the status of himself in his own language. And the master said, you have attained what everybody has to attain. That is the highest state, that is the liberated state. I am also trying for that state. Even now I have not yet attained. But how can I bless with that state to you? But it is the nature. It is selected you to get the state, and you have got the state which I myself has not yet attained. The master said like this. So Aurobindo conclude, so the divinity alone has blessed with the state. So this is the happening in the case of the Aurobindo. And previously when I go to, presently I am having my ashram at Salem. In the early period when I go to Salem, where many people are interested upon the teachings of myself, and the persons around me told some of some sannyasi, some monk, some young monk of some Kerala state. I have not yet met him. The persons who around me alone told about the monk. And it is some interesting thing how he got enlightened. So he was told, if we do the practice of pranayama, we can get enlightenment and liberation. That was the message he got. And he practiced pranayama for again and again. He does pranayama practice. So keeping himself without any disturbance of the other people, he selected a waterless well. So you might have seen well here in the India. In the olden days, many wells are there, some deep water pit. And when there is no water, the pit is open and available. He entered into the pit and he did all the kind of pranayama practices for 2 years. Whenever you want to practice, he entered into the well and you did practice forever. For 2 years he was doing the pranayama practice in the well. But even after the practice of 2 years, he has not any enlightenment. So he was also fed up with the practice and he was tired of the practice and he is not more to searching the practice. Even though through some practice he might have got some spiritual experiences, but he don't mind that spiritual experiences. He get away after 2 years, he get out of the well and go towards the north, the Himalayas, Rishikesh and everything. And he met several masters and several monasteries and got some teachings from many masters and practiced many things in various way. But he did not get anything. Whatever he got, some kind of some good feeling you may have. For the time being, it may have some good feeling. Afterwards, the feeling will also go. Whatever may be the experience, it will come and go. So he was chasing again and again. He was bored with that, chasing the experience. So one day he come to a conclusion. So however possible, I tried my level best to attain enlightenment. I failed in my career. So as a failure, what is the use of continuing to live in this world? Let us finish our world, finish our life. Let us die instantly. So simply saying that, he lay down upon in a rock. It is hot. In the daytime, it is very hot. He lay down in the rock and keeping himself, I should not wake up from here till death without any food or water. I will die here itself. So saying, so determined, he lay down in the ground, in the rock, and he expecting the death alone. No work. He is not ready to practice anything. He is simply inviting the death. I am not committing suicide, just keeping myself alone, in this way position, without waking up, without taking any food. In this way, I am going to finish my life itself. So in that position, what will he do? What will be his activities? He will not deliberately do any activities for himself. You allow the happening alone. He accepts the happening alone. Whether it is in the body, it is the bodily happening or the happening of the mind. He allows, he simply receives what is happening, what is going on within himself. So in that position, you feel some change of himself, some different kind of function of his own mind. And he understood that he got liberation himself. But he do not know how it has happened like this. He has no idea about the happening of the liberation. But anyhow, he is fair, liberation has happened to him. He is fair about that. So here also the same thing, because the natural function of his mind is the liberated function. It is going like a living river. So somewhere or other he understood. But he mistakenly connected, because of his effort in the waterless well for 2 years, because of the effort he done within the well, created this effect of liberation. He connected that effort and the experience. And by this understanding, because of the understanding, he taught many persons the pranayama practice alone. Because the pranayama practice will give the liberation. He connected the practice and the liberation, but it has nothing to do with. Liberation is natural. We need not create it. No practice will create liberation. It is already there. But I have heard about him 10 years before. But afterwards I do not have any idea or knowledge about him. Presently I don't know where he is. But anyhow, the enlightenment happened to him like this. And sometimes later, one person in Tamil Nadu itself is a Muslim person. He used to attend my meetings and programs, and he is also in search of the liberation and enlightenment. But he is an ordinary person. He is a very small person, young person, around the age of 22, 25, a young person. Not yet got married. He got a cell phone. One day, he missed the cell phone. So using the cell phone, it becomes some addiction, and if without cell phone we may feel restless. So he is searching cell phone, or he cannot find. For 1 week tried, and he has no money to purchase new cell phone. So thinking for 1 week or 2 weeks, he are in a suffering. No cell phone is there. I cannot purchase any cell phone more. So thinking and sorrowing with he was with the sorrow of losing the cell phone. I do not know what to do, how to get the cell phone. So in the sorrow of the cell phone, he was there. For after 10 days, he come to a conclusion, I don't want any cell phone. I don't want any cell phone. This is the conclusion he arrived. The very conclusion itself, he have a change of his own mind. So before that, he is wandering towards the cell phone. He is interested upon the cell phone. Your entire thought is towards the cell phone. Whenever you have the time, your entire thinking is towards the cell phone. Now he dismissed the thought of cell phone. I don't want cell phone. Then what will happen? Anyhow, even though you are dismiss anything, the mind will function. We cannot stop the mind. It will function some way or other. So the mind function naturally, without any demand. So he have a different kind of mind. He is free from the stress of everything. And apart from that, he feel that he has no body himself, he has no body at all. For several days and several months, he has the feeling that he has no body at all. He was telling that I am living, I am doing every duties, but I feel I have no body. I am surviving without body. He has the feeling like this. So here, there is no, he has not practiced anything, no practice, but only conclusion that I don't want anything. But physical, it is not a physical thing. Physical, we need everything. Without the work of anything, we cannot attain anything. So physically, we have to do something, and in return, we have to get something. But psychologically, the demand alone is the problem. If you don't demand anything, the mind will go to the natural function. Even though you demand anything, the mind will not stop function. The mind will function on its own. It will continue to be function, but it will be in a natural function. The natural function of our own mind is liberated. But if you put any pressure, if you select something, if you demand something, then only you are interfering with the natural flow of our mind. If the river is going, it is flowing like the river. If we put our hand within the river to stop the river, the water will flow, circle around your hand. So in this way, when you put any demand within ourselves, I want this experience, that experience, when we put our hand within our flowing mind, so the unnecessary circle will form. So that is a problem within our life. So there is nothing to do. Externally we have work, but psychologically and within the flowing of our mind, there is no work at all. We have to find out. But only by understanding and by inquiry alone, you have to come to a conclusion like this. But if you, by inquiry and come to a conclusion like this, then only you can get enlightenment. But all the people who are in search of something, they are not getting anything by enlightenment. They got a liberation alone in the first. Afterwards, they can be designated as enlightened person. Actually, without enlightenment, they got liberation. But in my case also, I got liberation first. And afterwards alone, I understand what happened to me. Then only I realized what has happened. Because I don't want anything, I want to control, regulate my mind, I abandon my mind. The natural flowing of our mind I find out. Then only I connect what is happening, I inquire the details of everything, then only I got, oh, this is enlightenment. But the enlightenment is only an intellectual understanding, intellectual matter. But the liberation is not an intellectual affair. It is a happening, it is a natural flowing, it is a living thing. It is not an imaginary one, it is an actuality. But the enlightenment is only an intellectual conclusion. This is that, this is that. You have to have, but here But here you need not always not ready expect the liberation first. Because of we are inquiring the details of enlightenment. So now we can get enlightenment first, and afterwards we can realize liberation also in the different way. So first of all we have to get enlightenment alone. After getting enlightenment, you can get the liberation, because liberation already is there. You can verify and you can identify the liberation. You need not wait for the happening of liberation. Liberation is already there. You can verify the liberation. By having this enlightenment, you can verify your liberation. You need not wait for an accident to get liberation. But we all masters get the accident. By accidentally we got liberation. But in my case also, I met with the accident after 40 years of effort. But you need not wait for the accident. But you can understand the know-how, the technique of the enlightenment, the technique of liberation. So by intellectually you can understand, you can come to a conclusion. Psychologically we have no work. If you understand, you stop all the work towards the goal of anything, towards a good state within you. So there is no state is possible. So the entire universe is moving, the entire universe is flowing. There is no static state. Each and every, for example, this is a hard material. So each atom is functioning. The electron of an atom is always functioning. It is in this lightning speed, it is moving in the lightning speed. So everywhere, everything is flowing. Our body is flowing, our body is, each and every moment it is flowing like this. So in this way our mind is also flowing like this. There is no static state at all. When we are trying to have a good state, a permanent state, some fixed state, that alone is the problem. Externally you can have a fixed place. For example, you are building a house. The house must be a fixed one. Then only you can live there. But in the same way, we should not expect a fixed state within ourselves, within our psychological structure. Here, the fixation is alone is the problem. Here, the liquidation is alone is the good thing. It must be living, it must be like a living river forever. That is the correct state. Here in the spiritual practice, there may be certain persons are having some bliss consciousness or anything. Everything is a foundation work. Foundation work is within the ground. But we have to live, we should not live under the ground. We have to live above the ground. The house is above the ground. But the foundation work may be in the under the ground. So all meditation practice, all experiences, everything is justified. For the time being, everything is good. You can do meditation. As a foundation work, you can do something. But it is not the end. To equip yourself, you can have a foundation. But afterwards, foundation, you cannot live in the foundation. You have to go into the house. House is after the foundation, above the foundation. When certain persons are getting some occult power, that occult power is a deviation. Because you got some occult power, the natural, you cannot get the natural liberation. You are interested upon this, some powers and everything. So that is a deviation. But divine grace, I did not got any occult power on my case. Even though I practiced many things in many ways for several years, for 40 years, I didn't got any occult power for myself. So it is a blessing. It is a divine blessing. It saved me like this. So the experience we got through meditation and occult power, and also practice. So the occult power is it is against one, but the foundation work, the meditation practice or anything, some experience, it may be considered as a good one, but it for the foundation one. But afterwards, freedom from everything alone is the good. It is the correct thing. That is the good thing. So we have to understand psychologically we have no work at all. So you have to conclusively come to a conclusion like this. Then afterwards there is no work needed. We are having some such kind of programs here and there in the India, and several persons are attending our programs. And one engineer, he was attending my program. After one day he phoned me. After attending your program, I got a good state of mind, good feeling. So today I am cleaning my bike in the morning. Today I am cleaning my bike. When I am cleaning my bike, I become the bike itself. There is no difference between me and the bike. Both are same. I feel I am the bike itself. He asked me, if I got enlightenment, which would be the experience like this? He asked me. So I told him, oh, it will be like this. If you got enlightenment, you can have the experience like this. I told him. So next day he phoned me. The experience I got has gone away from me. Whether the enlightenment also gone away from me, he asked me. So I told him, whenever he told, I think it is not enlightenment, I am sure that it is not at all enlightenment. It is a kind of experience that will last for one or few minutes, few hours, or 1 day or 2 days, then it will go away from you. But at the same time, I was not ready to confuse you at that time, so I simply say it is enlightenment, but it is not at all enlightenment. Enlightenment means you should not retain any experience. You should not be in favor of any experience. Whatever may be, let it come on its own way and go on its own way, because it is the nature of experience. Experience means it has to moving. It is just like a moving water. If you stagnant, it will confuse. All dirty will form. All dirt will form in a stagnant water. It become a gutter. So flowing water, even though any dirt goes, all dirt will flush away. So you don't in favor of any experience. It may be a good one, rarely it may come. Let it come and go, just like a passing cloud. So actually, the going alone, free from experience alone is the good thing. Not getting experience is not the good thing. So in this way, one software engineer, he has also attended my classes. And he also one day he phoned me like this. After attending your programs, I became a child-like. There is no difference between me and the child. I am become totally innocent. There is no difference between me and a 5 years old child. I am child. I am in an innocent state. If I got enlightenment, will it be in the state like this? This is the state of enlightenment. He asked me through. So I am also saying the same thing. Yes, this is enlightenment. If you enlighten, you will be like this. But one day, one or 2 days later, he also told, phone me later, the same way. I have lost that state. The innocent state has gone away from me. Whether the enlightenment also gone away from me, he asked me. So I have also told him the same thing. Whenever he told me like this, I know whatever come will go away very easily, very easily from you. But I am not ready, I was not ready to confuse you at that time of you asking the question. I am sure it will go away from you. So liberated is not a fixed state. Psychological experience is not a fixed state. According to the circumstances, wherever you are, according to the circumstances, something will reflect upon you. The reflection is not a permanent one. A mirror will not reflect a permanent thing. Wherever it is placed, according to the nature, according to the circumstances, some reflection will be there. If in a good state, it is a reflected state. If I am a childlike, it is a reflected state. For the time being, it may be such reflection is going on like this. Whenever you go somewhere else, some different kind of reflection will come. The innocent state will not be there. So, we are in a reflected state. The reflection is not a permanent one. Each and every situation, according to the time, according to our work, according to the situation, some reflection may go on within ourselves. So that is natural. There cannot be any fixed state. Keeping anything fixed within ourselves, that's the problem. So afterwards they become all right. So here the matter is that we have no work. We have to find, you need not practice anything. If you want to practice, it is a hard work. So here you have to understand and relax. You need not worry about anything. You allow your mind to function on its own way. But in the external work, for some serious work, you have to attend, you have to make your mind to do the work. For that you can concentrate upon the work. You can train, you can make use of your own mind. When there is no work, you keep your mind naturally, function naturally. It is always functioning naturally. The functioning naturally alone is the good thing. For example, we have understood what to do, what not to do. Shall we keep the understanding always, and we keep the understanding within our mind? Not to forget this thing. Shall we keep the understanding, always keep the understanding within our mind? For example, we are living in a rented house. We are living there for 10 years. From there we are going everywhere and return to the house and staying there. We are living in the house for 10 years. Now afterwards, after 10 years, for some other reason, we shifted, we were residents to some others in the next street. For some other convenience, you rented another house. After 10 years, you rented a new house. One day you, after finishing your work in the office, you take your bike. Unconsciously, you stop your bike in front of the old house because you have lived in the old house for several years. So by thinking something else, unconsciously you go to the old house. So what you have to do? Shall we have to keep the change of house in your mind always? I should not go to the old house. I have to go to the new house alone. I am living in the new house, living in the new house. You need not keep in the mind. Whenever you go to the old house, the very moment you go to the old house, you will simply understand, oh, mistakenly you are coming here. Simply you will turn to the real house. So in this way, you need not keep anything within you. If you understand, the matter is over. You need not always keep the understanding within you. It will, when you understand, automatically it will help you. It will be automatically available on the back of your own mind. You need not verify whether it is available or not. You need not verify. So, after enlightenment, will there be any change in our character? For example, if you look upon any master, famous master, he may be very silent always, smiling always, not having any trouble. So we cannot, but we are living in the situation of many kind of work is available. We have to encounter with many persons. We cannot maintain a permanent posture for ourselves. But we can, so we can, all character is necessary for ourselves. So there is no necessity to change anything. But anyhow, because we are doing anything, thereby we unnecessarily, unconsciously we build up some character for ourselves, some characterization for ourselves. Because of our approach to the other people, other situation, unconsciously we are building our character. Building our character is, it is not one way. We are not by birth, this character is not by birth. Simply, little by little, we are creating our character. So, after the enlightenment alone, your approach to the world will be different. So, here, your approach, your temperament, your activities, your participation in the complicated work will difference. You will different kind of work. You can have a different kind of work, different kind of approach. So when you are functioning in a different way, the different kind of different kind of formation of character will also happen. But you need not verify that. There is no necessity to verify, because our character within our subconscious mind. We cannot look into the subconscious mind. It is not within our hand. It is a dark place. So what are available, what changes happened to the subconscious mind, we cannot verify. So we need not forget about that. We can forget about that. Whether change is happened or not doesn't matter. But character will naturally change, but you need not try to verify whether my character has changed or not. You need not verify. But how to behave, how to work in the external world, that is in our hand. To the possible extent, we have to do our best in a good way. That is just like an ordinary person, just like a prudent person, just like a wise person. You can lead a life. That is enough. There is no special way of treating the thing in an enlightened person. Living a life as an enlightened, but there is no brand mark like this. There is no brand like this. You have to be natural. Psychologically, you have to be natural, but physically, according to the circumstances, you have to do. Silence lo potremo. There are many persons and who attended my meeting and programs. and they are satisfied that they got enlightenment and liberation. They are sure they have got enlightenment and liberation. So when you got enlightenment and liberation, what will you do naturally? You will share your change like this to your friends. It is your natural tendency. So somebody share, one lady, she got enlightenment and liberation through my classes, and he was very happy, and he shared the same thing to his friends, and their friends threatened her. Enlightenment and liberation is not a great thing, it is a very, very ordinary. There is a greatest thing, that is awakening. The awakening is the good thing, that is the greater thing. You have to attain awakening. Enlightenment and liberation is not at all necessary. Awakening is the greatest thing. You have to attain awakening. They said like this. So the person got enlightened, ran towards me and got. So somebody says, yeah, awakening is the greatest thing, enlightenment and liberation is not at all a greatest thing. But how can we get liberation in the awakening state? She asked me like this. So somebody may be confused like this. So actually, awakening is another terminology for liberation. Liberation and awakening same, there is no difference. But she is familiar with the name awakening. But they do not know what is enlightenment and what is liberation. So we need not be confused with the other persons. And there is one software engineer. When previously I was in the 2010, I was here for 1 year in Tiruchendur. I was taking a house for rent and staying there for 1 year. At that time, one software engineer from Chennai used to meet me here. And afterwards, when I go to Chennai also, he used to come to meet me at Chennai. One day he asked, I want some personal meeting with you. Whenever I come to meet you, several persons are around you. I cannot speak personally. So can you arrange a personal meeting with you for 1 hour? He asked me like this. So I arranged a separate meeting for him for 1 hour without any other person's interference. And on the appointed time he came. And I asked him, what do you want to ask personally? And he simply asked, what do you think about me? He simply asked. I don't know what to think about you. I have no idea about you. If you have any idea or if you have any question, you can clarify with me. But I do not have any pre-planned idea about you. You have to tell about you. You have to tell something, or if you have any doubt, you have to clarify. But whatever maybe I am question put, he repeatedly asked the same thing. What do you think about me? The same thing alone he asked several times. And I do not know what to speak about him. So, but I do not know what to do. But then I asked him, are you contradicting with yourself, or you are not contradicting with yourself? If you are content with yourself, or you are contradicting with yourself? If you are not contradicting with yourself, if you are totally totally content with yourself, then it is enlightenment, it is liberation. And then I asked you, are you against yourself? Are you conflict with yourself? Or you are satisfied with yourself? I asked that question. He simply said, I have no contradiction with myself. I am wholeheartedly accept myself. There is no problem. I totally accept myself. There is no self-contradiction within myself. then this is enlightenment, this is liberation, there is no doubt about it. Then if you are sure that you are liberated, then they are enlightened, then you can teach the other people also. You can teach the same thing to your friends also. I will tell like this. So for that he told, when I teach the other people, they are not ready to listen me. They will run away from me. I cannot share my views to anybody else. He said like this. So in the course of talk, he will like this. But even then, till he go away from me, he asked the same question, what do you think about me? The same question he repeatedly. But so saying, and he gone away from me. But afterwards, I had the saying in my mind, why he has come to me, in what is he expecting from me? He is repeatedly asking the question, what do you think about me, what do you think about me? So I do not know what he expects from me, what answer he expected from me, I do not know. I have the thinking like this. At that time, remind me with the statement of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. If you go through the sayings and teachings of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, you can come across one statement. He used to say, whenever you got enlightened, the entire world will be around you. The entire enlightenment is the greatest thing. So whenever you got enlightened, the entire world will be around you. So such is the greatest thing like this. For example, if a flower is flowering, the flower need not invite any bees or any insect. When the flower is flowering, the fragrance will draw all the bees and insects will be around the flower. The flower need not invite anything. Naturally, it will be a natural happening. So in this way, if anybody got enlightened, the entire world will be around you. He will be saying like this. So, but in my case also, I have several friends, because 40 years of trying, 40 years of effort. Each and every year some more friends will be added, friend to friend. In such a way it will be a very crowd. My friends are very crowded. Wherever I go, I will be in a crowded people, as a crowded people will go. One time I used to come to Ramanashram when I was in search of enlightenment, everything. Every year we used to come to Ramanashram. The last time I come to Ramanashram, the friends along with me, 70%. 70%. The total strength of our friends are 70%. So when I got enlightenment, my friends are there. I have to share my understanding to my friends. That is my first intention. So I cannot set up a public announcement, public meeting to announcement anything. So first of all, we have to meet my friends and share my views. Whenever share my views to my friends, all friends are disappeared from me. Nobody will turn upon towards me. Everybody disappeared from me. They cannot digest myself as enlightened. So the word enlightenment is a dangerous word. You cannot say in open, I am enlightened. Everybody will be agitated. But previously, when I got the bliss consciousness, all my friends, everybody is appreciated. They told this is enlightenment. The bliss consciousness is enlightenment. They accepted. But when I told I don't want anything, no feeling is necessary, no matter is necessary, Psychologically, I don't want anything, they are unable to understand. But everybody is in search of some feeling, some experience. So that is the problem. So in the name of enlightenment, in the name of enlightened person, name of enlightened master, they expect some experience. They do not know what enlightenment is, they do not know what liberation is. That is the thing available around that. Moreover, many masters are, even Buddha, Ramana Maharishi, J.Krishnamurti, even though they are somewhere or other, they are giving some importance, but there is no doubt about their enlightenment. There is no doubt about their liberation. But somewhere or other, they are giving some, indirectly, they are giving some importance to experience. That is the problem they have created. So naturally, we are in favor of experience and we are expecting some experience in the name of enlightenment. Some good experience we are expecting. That is the actual problem. So experience must be natural. Their psychological experience must be natural, in the natural way of life. There is no fixed state for that. There is no fixed practice for that. So in legal terms, in a legal act, some sale of goods act is there. According to this sale of good act, for example, if you purchase a mixie in a shop and you take the mixie by testing and everything, you take the mixie to your house and it was functioning properly for one week, and after 1 week it got some repair. You take the mixie to the shop, it don't matter, we can give the mixie and I will give you a new mixie to you and he will give it to you. And in the Sale of Goods Act, there is a special act there, that is auction sale. The auction sale is different. For example, you purchase a car in an auction sale. There are many cars are available and you purchase a car in auction sale. You give the highest bid and you get the car and you take the car to your place and you drive the car for one week, it is okay. The next second week it is not okay. And you take the car to the auction shop and you have to return back and you give another car or you have to take the return back, get back. But they will not allow. So the auction sale is different. What is the meaning of auction sale is that the product we are giving for sale may have some defect. I am not giving any guarantee for the perfection of this good. You are purchasing this with all the defects. If it is having any defect, with your knowledge alone you are taking it. You should not complain. I am selling it with all its defects. You are also purchasing the car, purchasing the article with the defects. So in this way, our enlightenment is just a way. You are accept yourself with all your defects. You may have many defects. If I got away from all our defects, then alone I accept myself as enlightened, accept myself as liberated, is not at all. Just like the auction sale, you have to accept yourself with all your defects. So liberation is the highest state. What is the highest state? This moment is the highest state. how you are in the particular moment, just now. You may be in a tension, you may be in a good, happy mood, whatever it be. This moment is the highest state. There is no alternative to that. It may be a good one, it may be an ugly one. Whatever it may be, this is the correct state. This is the highest state. So you have to accept yourself, because we are living moment by moment. You cannot live in the past, you cannot live in the future. Just in the moment alone you have to live. So you have to live wholeheartedly. You should not complain to yourself. You can complain to the other person, complain to the situation. You can correct the other thing. But don't correct yourself. Don't terminate yourself. Don't push yourself, don't grab yourself, don't place yourself, don't force yourself. You have to be natural within yourself. Each and every moment you have to be natural. And physically and externally you can do all the best to set right everything. But here psychologically, the setting right of yourself alone is the problem. Don't set right yourself. You are all right. The highest state is that this moment is the highest state. This moment is the liberated state. There is no state, all state is false. Future is false, past is false, everything is false. The present alone is real. This moment alone is real. The present is not a static one, it is a living thing, ever moving, ever flowing. Here, natural living alone is possible. Artificial living is impossible. You cannot live artificially. Then only it is a living thing. Then only it is a real thing. Then only it is an original thing. So here and now alone is the original one. So you may have many plans, many things, everything is external. Externally you can have some plan, you can work, you can correct, you can criticize, you can accuse, you can accuse anything, you can condemn anything. But psychologically, there is no place for condemnation. There is no place for selection. So there must be a happening. Happening alone must be there. So we have understood what is enlightenment and what is liberation. If you do any practice or anything, you have to take it as a homework. You go to the home and again and you can practice anything. So is there any homework for our concept? No homework. Understanding itself is enough. If you understand, the matter is over. No practice is necessary, no homework is necessary. For all work is needed only to the external world. Externally you can have plan, you can have homework also. You can practice something in a good way, in a correct way. Formerly, I was practicing as an advocate in a court. I was practicing in a magistrate court in my place, where in each and every police station, they will, as a representative of the police station, some constable will take the case bundles of the police station. They used to come like this. One day, The routine police constable has not come. So new police constable with case bundle has come to attend at the court for a particular police station. He was look very different. I don't know why he look little different. His dress code is also somewhat different. So I asked him, what happened to you? Why the ordinary normal police has not come? Why do you bring the case bundle today? Who are you? I asked him. He told, I am an IPS officer. I have written the examination and I have selected as an IPS officer. IPS officer means it is a state level officer. But even though I have been appointed as a higher officer, I have no basic knowledge about many things. So each and every day I am attending all the work of the police station. Today I am attending the court work. Tomorrow I will function as a writer in the police station, and day after tomorrow I will be available in the traffic to control the traffic. So in this way I will study many things. So we have to learn. So in this way, even after you got enlightenment, you may have several work in the external world. You can have a perfect work. For that you can have some understanding or anything related to the external work. But psychologically, once it is over, it is over. If you understand, you have no work within yourself, the very understanding is the final thing. There is no more thing. Normally, previously, I am also married person. I have had my wife. Now she is no more. Previously, when I go to some program like this, my wife also accompanying along with me. He also attending my meeting. And one person attended the meeting. He asked my wife, after enlightenment, whether your husband became angry upon you, used to gave angry upon you. He asked my wife. She told, he is always, sometimes he will be angry at me also. After enlightenment also, he used to get angry at me. So he was very satisfied. I am also having anger and he was also getting angry. Doesn't matter. So angry is not at all a matter. So you need not play the same music forever. Enlightenment does not mean you have to play the same music. You will be always in the 24 hours you might show the smiling face alone. Does not matter. According to circumstances you have to do. According to circumstances you have to play like this. Play Lipton kind of music. So usually we are having the enlightenment camp for 3 days in our ashram. Sometimes we will create some confirmation camp. In the confirmation camp, those who are attended the enlightenment camp alone can attend. So there is one day one class alone, one day class alone will be there. There will not be 3 days class. Because they have already they will attended the 3-day classes, so we need not give fundamental things also. The final conclusion alone is enough. So in that period, everybody is having proper knowledge about the enlightenment and everything. They share their experience also, because they are after enlightenment, they mingle with the other people, then they can get some better knowledge, better experience with related to the enlightenment and our thing. So in that period, in that meeting, one person shared his experience. He told, when I was before enlightenment, when I was before by my enlightenment, I may get some anger with other person. I may have some angry to other person. So when I have the anger like this, I feel I should not anger. The anger has come even though I practiced many good things. Even after my practice, this anger unnecessarily came to me. This is a worst thing. Even after practicing many things, this anger come like this, and I will be feel guilty for me like this. So after enlightenment also, sometimes I got anger. So now I think this is the anger to an enlightened person. I am not thinking it is a anger to an ignorant person. This is an anger to an enlightened person. So enlightenment anger is not matter. According to deal with the circumstances, anything may come. We need not worry about that. Whatever comes, happen to an enlightened person. So you should not doubt yourself. You should not doubt your enlightenment because of your psychological experience like this. Because the psychological experience, there is no fixed experience like this. For according to the circumstances, according to the situation you face, different kind of expression has to come within you, come out of from you. It is no doubt about it. So don't doubt about you at any time. You have to be strict with the enlightenment, liberation. You should give total 100% pass mark to yourself. You should not underestimate yourself. Because of some experience, psychological experience, because I have some sorrow or tension happen in that situation, so for the time being everything may come. But the next moment it will not be there, it will go away from you. So the going away from you alone is the correct thing. Anything coming to you is not the correct thing. According to the circumstances, anything may come, but the next moment it will go away from you. But in our Tamil Nadu, there was a saying, what is the anger of an enlightened person? What is the anger of the ignorant person? What is the difference between the anger of the enlightened person and what is the anger of the ignorant person? There is a saying. The anger of the ignorant person is like the heart of an iron. The hot state of the iron is just like the anger of the ignorant person. The heart of the gold is the anger of the enlightened person. Though there is a difference between the heart of the gold and heart of the iron is different. For example, we are the weapon maker, the blacksmith may create a weapon by iron, by showing it in the fire, and thereby they can mend the iron into a weapon, and after making it into a weapon, they put the iron into water to separate the hot aspect of the fire. But when you put the iron into the water, you should not immediately get the iron in your hand. If you put the hot will not go away. Even if you put it into the water, it will not go away very, very easily, very soon. It will take some time to get away from the hot. But at the same way, if you are creating some ornament through some gold, By making use of the fire alone, we can create the ornament. But after putting it in the, as ornament, it will be hot. To remove the hotness, you have to put it in the water. But after putting into the water, you can immediately get the ornament from the water. It will not burn your hand. So the gold will lose the heat very easily, but the iron will not lose the heat not easily. So that is the difference between the anger of the enlightened person and the anger of the unenlightened person. So anything may come, but it's the momentary. For the next moment it will go, just like a flash, just like a flashlight, anything may come. Just like lightning, it will come and go. So that is the nature of the enlightened person. So anything may come, but you should not doubt. I have anger, I have tension, so I am not, I have equipped myself, I have to go somewhere else to get enlightenment. So that is not the case. So enlightenment is to accept yourself wholeheartedly, totally. Whatever may be the experience, everything is a passing cloud. You need not mend anything, you need not set anything right. You have to accept everything as natural. So you have to accept yourself as enlightened and liberated. Liberation is already there. You need not seek liberation. You need not work for liberation. Each and every moment is a liberated moment. You cannot have a same moment again and again. Each and every moment is a new moment. So in this moment is a new moment. It is peculiar for yourself alone. Nobody can have the same moment of yourself. You yourself is a separate person. You yourself an individual person. Each individual moment is individual for yourself. Nobody can share with it yourself. Anybody can share your work. Nobody can share your available here, the immediate moment. The individual moment, nobody can share yourself. You yourself is the only person. So within the given moment, each and every moment is the given moment. So here and now, we are the liberated person. Each and every moment is a liberated moment. So we should not seek anything, a better thing. Seeking better thing is the problem. So whatever we are having now is the good thing, that is the greatest thing. If you come to a conclusion like this, your understanding is over, you all are enlightened. Now everything is over and we can have a group photo, and afterwards you can say some word. Chandrasekhar, you can come.
We will have a group photo. Ayya let him sit here. We will put chairs here and sit or stand. Yeah, here. Yeah, take a chair. Solranga.
Announcement or those who want to donate, they can cover
போட்டதுக்கப்புறம் சொல்லட்டுமாங்க பண்ணிட்டோமா சார் 2 பேர் சேர் கிட்டோம் யா 2 chairs front, remaining people can stand. Yeah, அது வேணும் போதுங்க அங்கே இல்லை not needed. We can stand here. ஓகேவா அந்த பக்கம் போயிட்டுமா ஓகே ஓகே
Sir,
ஓகேவா Yeah, ready. Okay. Thank you everyone for attending these sessions. So it has been long 4 sessions, and anybody is willing to contribute to this mission for the camp, you can give to Mr. Angapan is here, and the covers are available there, and books are also available there, so you can make use of it. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
ஈவினிங் வந்து 4 o'clock வந்து இந்த மெடிடேஷன் கேம்ப்பு. நாளைக்கு வந்து ஈவினிங் கிடையாது, நாளைக்கு மார்னிங்கே இருக்குது மெடிடேஷன்.
Okay.
நாளைக்கு மார்னிங் கூட முடிஞ்சிடும்.
Okay.
அதையும் சொல்லுங்கள்.
Those who are interested for meditation, today we'll have a session at 4 o'clock, and the remaining meditation we will have after, along with this morning. So we'll not be having a meditation in tomorrow evening. So today we'll have a meditation class 4 o'clock, after that tomorrow morning. There's a little change in the schedule.
Enlightenment எவ்வளோ முடியுது?
So enlightenment talk has been over. Today is the confirmation last class. And tomorrow, if anybody interested, can have some questions or